First up, the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has left for the BRICS Summit in China's southwestern city of Xiamen. The Prime Minister is expected to have a crucial meeting with the Chinese President Xi Jinping on the sidelines of the BRICS Summit. The Prime Minister will reach Xiamen at around 5:45 p.m. Indian Standard Time, and his official engagement will only begin at 7 a.m. IST tomorrow in the city. Prime Minister Modi's meeting with China's President Xi Jinping on the sidelines of the BRICS Summit is being considered a very crucial meet, especially given that this comes after the 75-day-long standoff at the border over Doklam. Now, Prime Minister Modi and President Xi are expected to discuss confidence-building measures, and India is likely to push for new mechanisms to address the dispute along the line of actual control. Who blinked first in Doklam and who was the eventual winner is a debatable issue and will be settled as things unfold in the long run. Meanwhile, India is likely to demand concrete measures against terror infrastructure in the Afghanistan-Pakistan region and seek a broader framework for combating terror worldwide. How important India considers the BRICS Summit comes in Prime Minister Modi's own tweets. India attaches high importance, is what he says, to BRICS, and that it has begun a second decade of that partnership for progress and peace. Now, apart from the Chinese President, Prime Minister Modi will also hold bilateral talks with Russia's President Vladimir Putin, the presidents of Brazil and South Africa.
It will be the third meeting between Prime Minister Narendra Modi of India and President Xi Jinping of China. Remember, they met for a bilateral on the margins of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, or SCO, at its summit held at Astana in Kazakhstan in the month of June, followed by an informal meeting on the margins of the G20 summit at Hamburg in Germany. This meeting will be very crucial, and all eyes are naturally on the President Xi Jinping's meeting with Prime Minister Modi here in Xiamen on the margins of the 9th BRICS Summit.
WION's Ramesh Ramachandran has sent that report from Xiamen. We'll be, of course, going across to Ramesh here every now and then to get more updates from the BRICS Summit. But for now, let's move on to another aspect of what's going on in Xiamen. Security has been tightened and all preparations have been made for the biggest international event to be hosted by the Chinese coastal city of Xiamen from September 3rd to 5th. It's ready to host the 9th BRICS Summit as China holds the rotating chair of the emerging market bloc this year. The Chinese President Xi Jinping will chair the BRICS Summit in Xiamen and is expected to pitch for building stronger partnerships within and beyond the 5 BRICS countries. China is looking forward to more cooperation among BRICS countries, especially with Brazil. China and Brazil are jointly building the electricity expressway in the air in the Brazilian rainforest.
A slowdown in its economy for the 3rd year. And so the economic conditions are different. But I do believe that with more cooperation among BRICS, the difficulties which some countries are facing, such as Brazil, I think we will be able to overcome these difficulties with more cooperation.
The Russian ambassador to China, too, has expressed high expectations of this latest summit.
Именно Восток, именно Азиатско-Тихоокеанский регион – это наиболее динамичная часть мировой экономики. Ну, а самым динамичным нашим партнером в этом регионе является Китай, как самая динамичная экономика региона. Таким образом, все последние годы наши экономические отношения с Китаем развиваются стабильно, несмотря на перепады мировой конъюнктуры, и Китай из года в год является экономическим партнером России номер 1. И что самое главное, как и в других областях сотрудничества БРИКС, так и здесь мы, страны БРИКС, ищем ответы на современные вызовы и угрозы во-первых, на основе взаимного доверия, а во-вторых, и может быть это самое главное, на основе поиска коллективных ответов на эти самые вызовы. Я бы особо отметил, что именно в этой области взгляды и позиции, и подходы Китая и России практически совпадают по основным направлениям или очень близки. Во всяком случае, не противоречат друг другу.
Meanwhile, China has invited 5 other nations to participate in the BRICS Summit this year. They are Egypt, Kenya, Tajikistan, Mexico and Thailand. China has been campaigning for the creation of a permanent BRICS Plus arrangement to enable non-BRICS countries to play an active role. The demand for the expansion of the BRICS mechanism was being seen as China's move to garner wider influence for itself. The Egyptian ambassador to China has hailed the BRICS Plus initiative. Egypt, remember, is the first nation of the African continent to become a part of the expansion initiative proposed by China.
The idea of interacting with one of the biggest developing countries, which are the members of the BRICS, is very useful to other countries, those who are not members. It establishes good bridges of communication, of interaction, of opportunities as well. There is the possibility of meeting with perhaps some companies in China and interacting and exchanging views and perhaps listening to the updates and follow-ups of the business of these companies and the investment they are doing in Egypt, or companies that present new ideas for projects to be conducted in Egypt.
Mexico has also welcomed the expanded cooperation with BRICS nations.
Expand cooperation among countries which are looking for new formulas for development, for cooperation, looking for resources, financial, industrial, knowledge, and otherwise that we can join together so as to find this common ground for better opportunities for our peoples.
Meanwhile, the International Telecom Union Secretary has said that the BRICS telecom cooperation will boost the regional economic and social development.
那么这几个国家的国情啊不一样，他们通信技术的这个发展情况也不一样。比如说俄罗斯，它通信一直是他们很关注的一个研发重点。俄罗斯在卫星通信啊，在电视这方面，他们都在上个世纪60年代、70年都是很领先的。那么现在他们也还在继续这方面发展力量很强。中国在移动通信领域啊，在互联网技术和服务领域里面，它现在在全球现在发展的非常迅速，甚至可以说是在全世界属于数2的地位。
BRICS consists of the 5 countries of Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. And much like the 5 fingers of a hand, they are quite literally holding up the global economy. Ramesh Ramachandran, WION in Xiamen, China.
The Chinese President Xi Jinping delivered his keynote speech at the BRICS Business Forum. The forum is a major side event of the main summit, which kicks off today. The event brings together business communities of the 5 BRICS nations. On the occasion, the Chinese president said that BRICS cooperation has reached a crucial stage in its development and claimed that the bloc's win-win philosophy is gaining growing appreciation from around the world.